Hello guys. As college students, most of us have to work while going to school. Classes can take up majority of the day, which would force us to work less hours. But what if there was a way that we can go to school full time, as well as work the hours that we want? Well, there is a solution to that problem. It's called taking classes online. Why listen, you ask? Because if you have a job, have a busy day, take care of someone, or just stressed out with your school week, online classes may help you out in ways that could benefit your college years. Throughout my first year of college, I used online classes to make my schedule more doable and less stressful. Online classes are used every semester to help students free up time for work, studying, and to take extra classes. After explaining why online classes are very efficient, I hope you consider taking some to help you out over the course of your next college years. Now, with that being said, let's get into why people think online classes are not efficient. According to Petersons.com, one of the problems with online classes are that it has a little or no face-to-face interaction. This means no friendship being built, group projects getting done, and no way of knowing who is actually teaching you. Seeing faces every day is important, and that helps students come out of their comfort zone. The informational blog Get Educated reports that another major problem with online classes is the professor availability. They state that professors in online classes do not have the same response time as they would in person. Everyone I know usually says that professor availability is their only problem with online classes. Professors that have online classes usually have other things that take up time, which is why it takes them so long to get back to you. The Fiscal Times writes that in an online class, students cannot raise their hands to ask questions. Online classes, although very flexible and less stress than an in-person class, tend to have little to no live feedback or questions students may have. This may be scary for students who usually ask lots of questions. People taking online classes that want to ask questions should know that the responses to them will not be instant like the ones that would be in the classroom. Now that we know what the problems of online classes are, let's focus on why they are very efficient. Yes, online classes have very little or no face-to-face interaction, but that does not have to be a bad thing. Students in online classes create study groups to meet up and study on what they have been learning. Face-to-face learning is a great way to be taught, but it's not the only way. And if a student is getting the same material online as they would in class, there shouldn't be a problem. Some students take online classes due to the fact that they have social anxiety or they just feel more comfortable learning in the security and comfort of their home. Professor availability can be a main concern for people, but with a few helpful reminders and tricks, that shouldn't be an issue. This tends to be the only problem I have encountered with online classes. But if you email them in advance to whatever is due, they should reply within a day or two. If the professor doesn't reply and it's urgent, you can always message a student for a quicker response time. As long as you are not procrastinating and waiting till the last hour to ask the question, you should be fine. And have all of your questions answered in a timely manner. Although people may be worried about online classes and the fact that questions are not answered instantly, it isn't as bad as you think. If someone wants a question answered, they can always go on Google or any search bar to find a quick relief of a problem. Besides Google, students can ask their fellow classmates for a pretty quick response, and they will probably get back to you within the hour you ask. Now that both the problem and the solution have been explained, let's dabble into the benefits that online classes can have. Online classes benefit students by freeing up time for work. According to MagnifyMoney.com, working in college can avoid debt and make your resume stand out. People in college have bills, they have loans, and the only way to pay it off while going to school is to work. But with many students' schedules, classes make it so students can only work a small number of hours on the weekends. Work after graduating can be difficult to find, but when a student has history or an internship on their resume, they stand out like a sore thumb, which online classes would help you do. Another huge plus that online classes come with is the ability to study more. With less time in the classroom, Online classes make it so students can spend more time studying for their classes and their tests. Studying is a huge reason why people pass, and if a student's schedule is all over the place, it can be hard to find time to study. Online classes give the student the ability to work on the class anywhere at any time, rather than a set location with a set time. Some students want to graduate early and start working sooner. That means more courses and more credit hours in a shorter amount of time. So, now that you know the benefits of online classes and how they can help a busy college student out, will you consider taking one? With busy schedules, work, stressing out students, online classes can really be a solution for that problem and help students maintain their sanity. I encourage you to try and take an online class to help with work and studying. Next semester, call your student advisor for added benefits for what these online classes can do for you. All you have to do is keep up with the work and study, and online classes will help your work week more than you know. Thank you guys, and have a wonderful day.
Nice. All the way through.